Community. It's that time of year. It's Met Gala season. And you know, your aunties just have to critique it here and there. And we'll see if Tyler's kitty litter this year. I don't know.
We had a few things to say.
Maybe, more than a few. So go ahead and drop the header. You know your aunties got to give our 2, 3, 4, 7 cents on the situation at hand, because every year Dawon gets a couple drive-bys, and we got tequila on today too, so there ain't no telling where this is gonna go. So we are gonna sip, spit, or slurp the Met Gala looks.
Hold on, let me refill while you're loading them pictures.
Right, I was about to say, get the liquor handy.
Come on, Don Julio.
All right, we got to start with mother. What we thinking about Miss Queen B at the Met Gala? And
I feel like Miss Jenkins. Don't nobody better say nothing bad about Miss
Baby.
Miss Knowles.
Amen.
I will
and won't.
I'm gonna give my only critique.
Yes.
I wish it was gold. Gold on her skin always pops. And so for me, I love the design, the outfit. It's grand, it's ethereal, like that is Queen Mother, like she is from the homeland, but I wish it was gold.
Yes.
That's my only critique.
I can see that. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I didn't so much mind the colorway. I'm going to preface all of this, since I just took a shot. I'm going to preface all of this by saying I'm, for the most part, am providing my critique / review from a non-fashionista point of view. So, don't come for me, Smithy. And is that driveway number 1? And then number 2, it's going to be mostly based on aesthetic alone. I understand that a lot of the looks are fashioned in reference to certain kinds of paintings and sculptures, and it's an homage. It's a mixture of fashion reflecting art and art reflecting fashion. So I get that. Not even what we talking about today. We talking about does it look good?
Right. Is it sip, slurp, or spit worthy?
Right. So I'm gonna say it's a sip. It's a sip. What's wild is on pictures, the coat looks a little raggedy. It doesn't look, but when you see it in video, if you look at it, it looks like ugly fur. It looks like, the kind of fur that goes on a rug on the floor, not something that's like luscious. But when you see it in person and you see all the feathers and whatnot, so it just doesn't photograph as well. And because the coloration of the hateration and the dancery is a little bit on the grease side, that's French for gray. Okay, that was for me, I guess.
That was for you. That was for you.
Totally for me. I mean, listen, she's the belle of the ball, the queen of the ball. She's wearing kind of like a crown, and like the skeletal thing is kind of cute. The other thing that wasn't really sitting well with me, outside of just the overall look, because I think she served. She did what needed to be done. Let's put it that way. I'm kind of mad at the nude illusion.
It wasn't nuding right for me.
It wasn't. There was something about the way that, first of all, I couldn't help but wondering, are we getting a pregnancy announcement kind of a thing? And this is not a weight or fat shaming kind of comment, but she looks pregnant to me. And so all the time I'm so distracted because I'm looking at her belly, and I'm looking at the nude illusion that's in there, and I'm like trying to see, is she wearing panties, and all the stuff that gay men be looking at. I'm not looking at her titties or ass and all that kind of stuff. I'm just like, is she wearing panties underneath that? And, I see that's some new. The nude illusion was not working for me. It bunched a bit.
It was
underneath,
bunching. That's what it was.
And it was distracting, and that to me I thought was very uncharacteristic of how polished and how seamless and effortless a lot of her outfits have been, whether it's, for a red carpet or for her, for her tour. So I don't know what that was all about. I don't know if she was happy with it, but there was something about the color of it that wasn't quite matching. You could see it in the arms as well. The difference between her when her arm is exposed and where the nude illusion ended. And you can see it in the pelvic area, where it kind of like crumpled up a lot as she was moving and walking up the stairs and all those kind of things. And I just found that to be a little bit distracting. And I was just like, but why is it even there to begin with?
Yeah.
Because I was wondering what was going on underneath.
I mean, it's when it comes to Beyonce and what we'll do, community, we ain't gonna talk this long for the rest of them. It's Queen B, so bear with us. We got a lot to get through. We know, but with Beyonce, we've seen her in so many grand things over the years that it's so hard for her to top herself, quite frankly. So like this one is a sip for me. It's hard to look bad because it's Beyonce, right. Like it's fucking Beyonce. But we've just seen her hit it so many times out the park that this one was like, okay, yeah, she looks great. But there were some little nuances, like you're saying, like the bunching up and things like that. That was like, oh, that's not normally there. Mm-hmm. That kind of like took away from the mirage that she gives us all the time, So, yeah. But at the end of the day, it's fucking Beyonce, and the whole fucking carpet shut down. Everybody was like, it was the liveliest of the whole night. So everybody is still like enamored with this human being, as they should be. So it's still Queen Mother. And just to see her, how happy she was to share the carpet with this young lady here, Miss Blue Ivy. What do we think? A sip, spit, or slurp for Miss Blue?
Well, I'm just going to kick it off real quick and just say, nepotism is live and real because under 18 years old are not supposed to be at the Met Gala, but the Queen Mother is, the co-chair and whatnot. So there is an exception. I think she looks beautiful. I love that she's continuing to rock the braided hair, which gives me kind of like a throwback to Beyonce when she was 16, 17 and came on the scene and she had the braids in her hair. And it's really cool to see someone who's so young, 14 years old, who is just so confident in who they are and who they're becoming. And it was refreshing to see the mother's pride in their daughter throughout this. And I think the outfit is beautiful. It's ethereal. It's white, representing innocence. And I don't know if there's a, artistic, art specific reference to it, but I thought she looked really beautiful.
Yeah. So you sipping it?
Sip.
Yeah. What do you think of Jerell?
I mean, she's it.
She is it. She is it. Birthday.
Like, it's definitely a sip. Now,
somebody said Northwest is mad at him watching this on TV.
Girl, Southeast could never.
Could never. Yeah, it's a sip for me too, and I like the thing that's going viral right now. They're like, you see Jay-Z and the Yvette and Ty trying to tell Blue to take her sunglasses off, and she ignoring all of them. I was like, I know that's right. Blue knew exactly what she wanted to look like. Yeah, it is what it is. Leave her alone.
She's her mother's daughter.
Exactly. It's like, what are you gonna tell Blue? Are you kidding me? F out of here. All right, but it's a sip for me. All right, let's go to the next queen of the ball here. Miss Riri, who came in like 20 minutes after the carpet done shut down and everything. What do we think about Miss Rihanna here? And community, by the way, the theme of the Met Ball was costume art, by the way. And then also, this probably is an episode you want to watch on YouTube or Spotify, wherever put the visuals up. Because I know with the audio, we might not be explaining the outfits for every single one. We might get ahead of ourselves. So you might want to just turn on the television on your phone real quick.
I don't say this that often, especially when it comes to Riri, but remember how I was talking earlier about oysters?
Yeah.
It's giving oyster to me. Yeah. Like this, if you would have taken her face off of this and said, who do you think this outfit belongs to? Never in a million years would I think it was Rihanna. So for me, I'm gonna say this is I'm gonna say spit. Yeah, I'm gonna say spit. I'm gonna stand on that. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna spit at it. And this is not a read, but when I first saw it, I thought of the dragon eggs from House of Dragon in Game of Thrones.
These analogies, baby.
Like it looks like a dragon's egg.
I don't know.
I'm just imagining. I'm imagining what the final cut of this is going to be, and I'm imagining oysters and dragon heads popping up on the side.
You're right. Yeah, it's a sip for me because it's hard for Rihanna to like ever be a spit, you know. But this is gonna be the closest probably that we've seen in a long time of Rihanna be like, damn, I don't know if I like it. And honestly, it's almost the bottom skirt part of it to me. It looks very old and matronly, like your grandma's like tablecloth, you know, or the Christmas tree skirt. Yep. So that's the part that's kind of really throwing me. Her makeup game is fire. The top bodice part is fire.
It's the aluminum tube that comes out of the dryer machine, you know, that goes into the wall, that kicks out all the air.
No, there was someone else that looked like that. We'll get to her. All right, let's move on.
Okay.
This woman, dear fucking Lord, she is so gorgeous.
Slurp,
Anok Yai.
Slurp.
She is so disgustingly beautiful. Like, we say it every year at the Met with her, and every other event she shows up at. Like, Anok is stunning. Yeah. And she gets it every time. And here, let me show this version because people are like, it looks like a regular gown. Hold on. No. Like,
this part
this
right
is insanity.
This
to me.
part. Yeah.
It's Slurp for me.
It's a Slurp for me. 100% Slurp. I'm not going to waste a lot of words on it.
There's just nothing else to say.
Oh, I was about to say, I thought that side was about to be real.
Oh no.
I will say that when I first saw the look, I was underwhelmed because I saw the look by itself, not really her face. Yeah. And you don't really get to appreciate the fullness of the look until you see a close-up of her face. And the fact that her hair was even, this doesn't even do it justice because when she pulled it back and her hair is she's black gold,
bronze
number one. Yeah. And she has these like beautiful stained tears on her face, and her hair is sculpted. She literally looks like a gold statue. And so the fact that it's juxtaposed to just this black shroud, which again is a nod to the art piece, which we're not going to really talk about because there's a bunch of other people out there talking about the art of it all. That's what made this so great. So I could forgive the gown itself for not being the wow because the face card never declines.
The face card never fails, baby. Woo! Yeah. She's so stunning.
Damn.
All right. Sip, spit, or slurp, Miss Cardi B, who also came in like after the cameras were done. You had to go online to watch her arrive.
It's a sip. It's a simple sip. It's not bad. It's not great. It's a sip.
Uh-oh. Let me get mine in before Dawon, you read her to feel. Sip for me as well.
I like the look. It is a sip. But I can't get the word keloids out of my head when I look at this, and I can't unsee it.
Shut up.
If you ever see look up
on the back of the neck.
Yeah, on the back of the ears. If you don't know what it is, look it up. Keloids.
I'm so good.
Beautiful gown. Beautiful gown. But baby, the way that she was holding them things, I was like, you need to go to Dr. Pimple Popper to get rid of them because, honey, this is not what it's supposed to be. But I love the idea and the concept. And I know that it was, again, a nod to like art and all that kind of stuff. What I really like about this is that beautiful sheer lace with, like the floral overlay of her body. And I love seeing the color from her ink, her tattoos peeping through the fabric, which adds another dimension to the way that the way that it looks. But I'm sipping, but I don't like it. It's the kombucha face for me.
All right, this next one, community. I was waiting all year for this next person just to hear what Dawon say. So Dawon, you going first? Sip, spit, or slurp it up for Miss Tyla
Oh,
2020.
this isn't who I thought it was going to be, actually.
Oh, there's don't worry, that person's coming up too.
Okay, I'm ready. I actually really enjoyed Tyla's look this year.
Okay.
It was fashioned out of, kind of like, not fashioned out of, but it was made in honor of the peacock. I think she looks beautiful. I'm not crazy about the simplicity of the lower part of the gown, to be honest with you. I love the color, but it's something about the way that it marries into the rhinestones. It feels more like a slip than it does a bottom dress to me. But outside of that, I think she looks like cocoa butter. So it's a sip for me.
What is it for you, Jerell?
See, I'm not the only one. Really feel. Is it a sip? Is it a slurp? Or is it a spit? Let's start with that.
I'm a spit. I'm not swallowing this one. And I don't say that often.
Expound.
Right.
Again, I'm gonna go with.
So she's a Southern woman. She's a Southern woman. Her mother said, "If you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all."
Oh no, my mother said, "If you can't say nothing nice, come tell me." I don't know. It's not horrible. Like I just don't like it. And it's hard to. I don't know what it is I don't like about it.
It's the bottom part. Like, because I don't like the bottom part either.
Yeah.
So I'm torn as well.
The bottom part.
I'm torn as well.
Okay,
it's close to a spit it out for me as well. It's everything from that waist down is throwing me off.
Yeah.
It actually it looks like the top of the dress was spitting out the bottom of the dress.
Yeah.
Go to commercial.
Right. Yeah, there's something about the top part. And like she's a gorgeous girl. The top part is everything. The skin is buttery smooth, but then it's just like it's a throwaway on the bottom. So I might have to. It hurts me to say it. I think I'm spitting it out too.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I really don't.
I don't mind being a man on an island on this one.
Right.
But I agree.
Yeah.
I agree with the sentiment. It's something about, and again, let's reiterate for the community. This is not a critique on the interpretation of the art that inspired it. This is just a pure aesthetic critique or
1000%.
Feedback on what we see on the screen, what our eyes are looking at.
All right, the lady
Not
of the
back
hour,
to back.
Miss C.
You know what?
Miss
You
Ciara,
playing games, Auntie Kerel. You are playing games. Because now
I didn't make the invite list. Take that over, Anna. What do we think about Ciara and Russ here? I'm actually sipping. I think she looks great.
I'm slurping it up.
Okay. You going way too far.
First of all, the color, like against their skin,
okay,
like baby.
Your other slurp was Madame Beyonce, and you're gonna put this in the same.
He didn't slurp Beyonce.
So then you're saying that okay, I stand corrected.
Now had Beyonce's been gold and shades of brown, for me it would have been a slurp. It was strictly the color.
You just like everything gold.
So you wanted this color on Beyonce.
This color on Beyonce, absolutely.
Okay.
I'm very much like it brings out their skin tone. Like everything pops. The outfit pops. Yeah. They pop in the outfit. Like for me, it's beautiful. Like it's a classic look. Like for me, you have unresolved issues with this woman. Right. And we understand.
Oh,
those issues.
My issues are quite resolved. My issues are cemented. They're not even resolved. They are cemented. They have amber crystallized over millions of years. I will say that aesthetically, from the face down, actually from the neck down, it's a sip for me. Mm-hmm. What ruins it for me is really what's going on above the neck. That
you don't like her hair like this.
I don't like that Sonic the Hedgehog, villain kind of like cosplay that those two are doing. I feel like, and again, I don't know what art this was referencing, but
I think she said Aphrodite.
Okay. Just it must sit in the same category as her music.
We're moving on. Are you spitting and slurping Serena Williams? We ain't doing that to Ciara.
So just for the record, I spit on the Ciara.
Yeah.
Sorry, girl. And this too.
And first of all, and this is how we know you biased, because you spit on Ciara, but you sipped on Tyla.
Nope.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You sipped on Tyla.
Yeah,
He said, "Oh yeah."
I thought you were gonna say on her. Yeah. I stand on that.
Okay.
Damn.
Okay. We can't be mad at you. You 10 toes down.
You see, 10 toes.
If I had 11, I put that little motherfucker on there too.
Yeah, I'm spitting this on. So when you reference the dryer foil, there it go. There it go. I don't like this. I saw this. I said, I do not like this.
What I don't understand is, so it's a spit for me with Serena. I'm not even going to apologize about it because she's steady, keep doing wrong. I don't know who her stylist is. And if it's her, you need another stylist because she keeps coming out here with this bullshit. And again, not a remark about the art reference, but it's just like nothing about this is flattering for her. I will say that her body looks snatched.
Oh, her body is always gonna be
amazing, amazing. Yeah. But it's a spit for me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's a spit for me, dog. Jerell.
I'm gonna strangle you in this goddamn video.
Don't strangle me. I'm going to give her a sip because this is the best makeup she's had in quite a while.
I will give you that.
Her from the neck up, she looks good. And we know she's usually a wreck all the way around. Okay? So I'm going to give her
about that.
I'm gonna throw her a bone that's wrapped in tin foil and give her a sip.
Or a baked potato.
And what we think about her sister Venus, Sip Spin Slurp Venus.
It's a good look. I just don't see how it follows theme. It's a black dress.
Why you keep playing with us, Kerel?
I do the invite list.
This cluster of buffoonery in front of our faces.
Yeah, like I agree with you, Jerell. Like I don't catch the thing. Like here's the thing. I'm just gonna say this for a lot of folks again, and we say this a lot with the Met. The Met's the one time a year where you could do fucking anything crazy, go dream it up, because it's not like you're about to win an award. You're not doing some kind of public speech. Right. The point of it is to be fashion and art, and especially this year with the costume as art. Go bananas. I'd rather you like go so far gone than to wear a black dress that you could have wore to the grocery store. Yeah. Like, and it bothers me. It bothers me so bad that a few people took the risk. I'd rather you take the fucking risk than to just come looking beautiful. She looks great. It's a sip.
She looks great.
But it's a black dress.
She looks great for something else.
Yes.
And again, this is not a commentary about whatever art this is supposed to represent. Does she look beautiful? Yeah, she looks beautiful. But is it inspired? Is it interesting? Like, it's really not. And that neck plate is horrible. It is absolutely horrible. I would give more props. I would appreciate it more if that silver monstrosity of aluminum spaghetti was not on her neck and we just had the basic dress with the pearls. It still wouldn't fit the bill as far as I'm concerned, but it would be a lot more flattering. And I just feel like with these Serena sisters, the Williams sisters. Sorry, that was a Freudian slip. I apologize because I didn't intend that, but it was kind of cut. They stay on the spirit bus of fashion.
Yeah. All right, let's move on. How do you think about Miss Teyana Taylor here?
Honestly, this is not quite a slurp for me. It's a very strong, it's a heavy spit. And what I appreciate
heavy spit or heavy sip?
I'm sorry. A heavy sip. Okay. Not spit. I like this look a lot. In part because so often we see her barely covered.
Yeah.
And what I appreciate about this, and this speaks to the craftsmanship of fringe. It is not easy to do fringe where you still have shape underneath. So we still got body, but we got the benefit of the fringe movement all the way around. This is like, cousin it elevated fashion diva. Like, I loved it. Not quite a slurp, but a very high sip for me.
Okay. What do you think of Jerell?
Same. A good sip. I really just want to see her arms out and just spin.
Yeah. I agree with both of you. It's a strong sip for me as well. Like, her fashion game this whole year, throughout the whole run of her Oscar run and all that, top tier. She's still shitting on these hoes. And I agree. I do like that. Like, she's completely covered, but still just sexy as shit.
Yeah.
And it shows you that there's something that just exudes out of certain people. Yes, obviously we see the silhouette still, but it's like there's just some people that just get it. Yeah. And again, I like that she at least played with what we thought she was going to come. Like, because she would have probably been one that you would have thought maybe would have wore something like maybe like Kim Kardashian, like the Jenner Kardashian girls wore, like the body art and all that, just because she has the body for it. Mm-hmm. No, she's like, no, I'm going to completely throw it on top of your head and go this route. So again, at least she's showing us that she's willing to play.
Yeah.
And that's why I appreciate it. And I mean, the color's great on her skin and all that stuff. So like, yeah, absolutely. Like it's Teyana. All right. What do we think about Miss Doechii here?
For me, it was a sip. I love all of this. Again, contrary to the whole, body conversation we were just having, it's cool to see the nearly there Nubian princess just leaning into blackness fully and unapologetically. I love that the fact that she wasn't wearing heels or shoes, but she walked on her tippy toes the goddamn entire time as if she was, so it was just like, it was very elevated. I love this color on her. Is this deep blood red purple is just it's delicious. So it's a very high sip for me.
Yeah, it's a sip for me as well. Like, the color on her skin is delicious. She's a gorgeous girl, and I love just like the chocolateness of her skin tone. Like her and like Kelly Rowland and Coco Jones. Like, I see Coco in the background here. Them three, they skin tone for me is like, ooh, yes. Yeah. So again, like, I get the art of it, slightly of it. She's another one that I just wish because she goes there for so many other things. Mm-hmm. She could have went like just crazy, and so that's the only part where I'm like, ugh. But she looks great. It's a sip for me.
What about you, Jerell?
I'm gonna slurp it up. I love it.
Hey.
Okay.
Hey.
I see it.
He said, "Let me give it all that shot."
What I love about what Doechii does is she is like the counter. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like everybody's wearing tape underneath their wig. She's going to wear it on top of her braids. You know what I mean? Like everybody else is going to be wearing like these like highly elevated, highly complicated kind of gowns. She's going to come in here wearing, a terry cloth and some cocoa butter, and she looks incredible. Yeah. So I love that about her.
All right. What do we think about Miss Doja? This is Dawon's girl, Doja. And I'm going to start it off. Oh, go ahead, Jerell.
At first glance, I thought that was Karen Huger from Real Housewives of Potomac.
And I can't unsee it now. Damn you.
Girl, I had to take glasses off and lean in.
I see it. Yeah.
It's her.
The 23andMe is really kicking. Yes.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
What were you
For
gonna
me,
say,
it's a sip, but she's another one where I love the whole 80s aesthetic that she's been doing, which could have been the fashion art of like 80s aesthetic. And she came with the latex gown. And I'm like, damn it, Doja. You look good, but damn it. That's ain't what we want.
I agree. For me, it's a soft sip. It's borderlining on, kind of a spit in a way.
Yeah.
I think this look would have been great for something else.
Yes.
And again, we're not talking about the art. We're talking about just the look, the aesthetic of the look.
Would have been great for the reunion.
You know what? Andy Cohen.
Girl, that is a Housewives reunion look if I've ever seen.
Great reunion dress.
It is. It okay is. But like, remember those like Japanese drawings that you would see in like nail salons, in the 80s or whatever, the women with the black hair, the white faces and the eye makeup and what, like those kind of like anime art, kind of like girls with the nails like this. I was expecting something like that because to your point, Kerel, she's been rocking this whole kind of like 80s kind of like pop rock, siren vibe, which I've been loving. And it would have been cool to see a little bit more of that come through and in deference to her brand that she's been cultivating with her album La Vie a little bit more. So this was a little bit underwhelming. I do get there was a lot of fetish inspired wear this year. I noticed a lot of Tom of Finland on the guy side and whatnot.
Fetish is art.
It is.
Amen. Especially when you do it right.
Talking about slipping and serping and spitting.
Amen. Jerell, did you sip, spit, or slurp this one?
I'll sip it. I'll sip.
Okay.
It's not.
It sounds like a soft slip.
It's great. It almost spilled out, but I swallowed it.
Right, almost spit it back up.
She had to choke it down. Right. Said, is there a choke it down option?
Right. At least not the kind he wanted him to be. Let's go with Miss Janelle Monáe here. This might be my first slurp. I think I'm going to slurp this up. She's always going to come with some cuckoo, and she's playing Thank You. Damn it. And like the things like rotated and everything. She's always going to come with some kind of mechanical moment with it too. Thank you, Janelle. Thank you. That's how you play with some shit. And the face card is carding. Like, she's gorgeous.
Yeah. Oh, that face card will never decline.
It's like, golly.
It's a slurp for me.
This is like a soft sip for me.
Soft sip.
I know. I apologize, to the aunties. but if I'm being real, she's blending a little bit into the floral background.
Okay, wait.
She didn't know what the background was going to be, though.
I was thinking the same thing, but I was like, that's okay.
That's all. That's it. That's
she was over there hiding the whole time. Hey, like, oh, Janelle, that's you.
It's the Homer gift for me. Blended into the background a little bit. I love the silhouette. I love this. What I love about what what the fuck is her name? Janelle Monáe. That part. I'm sorry.
Smithy, come and get Dawon.
All right. Move on to the next one. Never mind.
Come and get him. All right, let's see here. Before we get to some of the men too, what we think about Miss Keke. Here's the thing for me. Like, again, looks great. Keke's stunning. Love this deep red color on her. What the fuck art is this? What kind of costume art is this?
Honestly, this is a
tampon in the sunlight.
Ooh. This gives me Black Betty Boop. For some reason.
Well, first of all, wait, it can't give Black Betty Boop because Betty Boop was black.
Betty Boop was black. You right on that.
Okay, let's educate the children. The original Betty Boop was black. Yes. The Betty Boop that most people know is the white version of the black one. But they don't know that it was based off a black person. So that's why I said the Black Betty Boop.
The education.
Right. So that's what it's giving to me.
Yes.
There's a beautiful romanticism to this with that deep color red. And she's got the pearl necklace around the neck, which
we've all had a pearl necklace.
Been there, done that, and enjoy it.
Try to do it again.
And tonight, if I can help it.
Now, what time is right? Let me see if he's still up.
And I'm through 2 snaps, and that's it.
Wash your hands and let your ass see.
Oh shit.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah, she looks good. She looks good.
She does. Yeah.
That's not the issue. The issue is the Met Gala slate us with the theme. Go overboard.
Yeah.
Go overboard.
I agree with you, Kerel. Like, as if I could have a commentary specifically on the overarchingness of the Met Gala this year, I felt like those that attended did not go far enough. There were definitely some standouts for sure in terms of innovation, art, interpretation, beauty, and all those kind of things. And everybody looked beautiful. Most of people looked beautiful, except Ciara. But but I feel a little bit underwhelmed. Like, this is the RuPaul's Drag Race of celebrity fashion.
Yes.
Where you have the opportunity, like this is the Halloween for regular folks, where you get to step out of your comfort zone and just throw caution to the wind, and you have access to so many different resources to be able to do something that is inspired, not just inspired by, but that inspires. And I just feel a bit underwhelmed overall, with the lack of creativity, the lack of innovation, the lack of use of space and construction. And, you don't have to show up looking like Heidi Klum, which that was kind of a dope ass.
It was kind of a dope concept though. Like,
concept, right?
She's willing to play with there. It. Yeah.
And let me call out, like, for example, Jeremy Pope, who we love, we stand.
Hold on, we're gonna get there.
Okay.
Yeah, we might as well get there then. Let's go there now.
My thing is, Pope. Love the idea, love the sexiness of it, and this is a beautiful chocolate man.
Ooh.
But the problem of it is that this is archival Vivienne Westwood. So this is something that she pulled out of the closet, not Jeremy, but Vivienne Westwood. Right. The stylist pulled it out of. This is not custom. It's not made for the event. It's like, oh, this will work. And that to me felt lazy. And so even though it looks great on him and I appreciate the look of it, it's like, but there was no effort. There was no energy. There's no innovation. You just said, oh, this will do. And it don't.
Yeah. I'm just going to say slurp because I just want to slurp him up. So it is what it is. What do you think of Jerell?
Oh yeah, it's a spit for me. By the way.
Right. Oh gosh, a slurp.
I'd spit on it too,
over me, baby. Oh,
I'd sip it, slurp it, and spit on it,
baby. You said, hold my head down while I'm doing all
twist
three.
It, bop it, turn it, baby.
It's a sip for me.
Not bop it,
baby. All the above. This man is so fine.
He is. He is. We need to get him on the podcast.
Oh, please. I wouldn't even be able to talk. I wouldn't even be able to talk.
It'll be 40 minutes of us just looking at him.
Like looking and be like, well, damn. But anyway, you said sip though, Jerell?
Yeah, it's a sip for me.
Yeah. In reality, is the costume is a sip. Like, I agree. Like, and honestly, I was just thinking, I was like, what would I wear? And it would probably be almost something like this, like almost like the body kind of S silhouette thing, or some kind of like the Kim Kardashian thing, like that. That's just something I probably would do. But I agree with you, Dawon. Like, for someone like him, he's probably able to get someone to create something brand new. And maybe he just ran out of time or something. I don't know. We don't know all the behind the scenes stuff, but there's very few people that are able to work with designers that they want to just like play. And he's probably one of them. So you just wish he would have played a little more. And here's another person that same thing, probably has access to every designer to do whatever they wanted to do. And again, we love Coleman Domingo is who we're looking at now. in color and things like that. But
I'm spitting this shit out.
I'm spitting it out too.
The artwork, I don't care what they say it is.
It's
this
Tetris.
is the Joker. No, it's the Joker and a deck of cards. That's what this shit is.
He got inspired by the Michael movie playing Twister. That's what it is.
I hate it. I hate the man looks good, but I hate this look.
That's 3 spits and away we go.
Wow. Damn, that's the first one, but damn, yeah.
All
right, let's go to Karan Johar, and I think that I'm saying his name right.
I'm gonna sip this one. I was trying to think of the words because I had a couple of
girl
tequila shots.
Tequilas, right?
I'm gonna say a sip for me, just purely on the craftsmanship of what we're looking at. Like when we talk about
5,600 hours to make that outfit.
That part.
It was hand stitched and hand painted.
Correct. Yeah. So shout out to the team, the Indian teams that worked on this, that poured so many hours and the richness of their talent. You see it. This was like when Bad Bunny was wearing, I think it was at the Met Gala when he was wearing the hat, the Puerto Rican kind of like farmer's hat or whatever. It's just like you see the direct nod to history and to heritage, and it's so beautifully executed. Like, even if you don't know whatever the art reference is, looking at this objectively, it's just, it is
stunning.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So this is a slurp for me.
It's a slurp for me too. Yeah, like it's stunning. And I had to say, I'm like, who is this man? So I had to like research, and I was like, damn, he famous.
Right. I did the same thing. I'm like, who is he? I'm like, oh damn. I'm glad I don't have a lot of Indian fans because
right, like this on me, but I'm sorry, y'all. But I was like, once I looked him up, I was like, oh no, this man is famous. I'm in the out.
Yes.
All right, let's see here. Let's go to
Spit.
Wisdom. You didn't like it. Spit.
He looked bow-legged.
It's a slurp. Well, I mean, it's the type of pan.
Yeah.
It's. I mean, and I'm struggling because like I love his aesthetic. I love his Instagram. I love how he's like taking like a stranglehold on the fashion industry as a black man and doing it his way. He looks great. Again, I just don't know if it's on theme.
It's a black suit.
And it's like with Public School, and I like Public School, the designers that he worked with on this. Yeah. So it's a soft sip for me, just because like
it's a soft sip for me as well. Like objectively and aesthetically, I can see the intentionality of this design. I love that corset middle, the cinchiness of what's in the middle, and the way that it kind of boxes out on the top and then rounds out on the bottom. It's playing with a lot of geometric shapes. But at the end of the day, and again, this is not a reference to the art that this was inspired by, like the fact that this was done in such a just boring colorway, like if this would have been yellow, like canary yellow, completely different experience. And I would have been a little bit more like, oh, damn, this really stood out. But whenever you rest on black as a colorway, it's got to be spectacular in order for it to stand out. Otherwise, it just blends. I mean, where this picture was taken, he's blending into the people in the background.
Here's the thing. Like, if he showed up to the Oscars in this, we were like, best dress of the night. Best dress of the night.
I would say that.
Yeah.
At the Met Gala for this theme.
Not this.
Is just the wrong outfit for the wrong place.
Yawn.
Yeah. So
unfortunately.
Exactly. All right. What are we thinking about Hudson Williams here?
I'm spitting it out. I know the gays love this shit, this kind of gay bullshit. You know, he's got a 0 on the top and a 0 on the bottom. Like, I don't want to see it. I don't care about it. I don't care that he had a little like, oh, I want to make my eyeballs look like like Black Swan.
I think you were saying.
Like, and
right. I'm spitting it, but at least he played.
He tried.
I'd rather you miss.
He tried
by playing than not playing at all. So even though I don't think it hit, thank you for trying something.
Whose fault is it? Is it his fault or the stylist's fault?
The stylist.
Designer fault. Whose fault
probably
is
the
it?
Stylist. They probably talked him into it, but I'm gonna say both because at the end of the day, you gotta know, oh, this ain't it though. Like, yes, I see you trying to.
I feel like
me.
if the cape or the skirt was not there and it was just the jacket and the pants, it'd
do a little better.
Yeah, it would have looked a little better.
You know what?
Might be right.
I agree with you. I agree with you on that. And if he was going with the Black Swan thing, what would have been amazing if he would have had some guy with black feathers.
Yes.
Go as a black swan.
Right. Like, stop trying to trying to DJ remix these fucking
Okay, wait.
It's giving me an aneurysm. I need to stop.
Did he say it was supposed to be a play on the Black Swan? Is that what we're getting?
He said it in an interview. He said not the outfit, the face.
Because I'm getting Matador.
Well, the outfit is a Matador. Like the costume is like I forget his.
So we mixing birds and bulls.
Today we are.
Oh,
BB.
No, this 100% bullshit. That's what that is.
Spit on it.
Yeah.
You spit it out.
And not the Jasmine Ari song either. What we think about his lover, Connor?
Maybe that man.
This pissed me off. Spit it out. Spit this shit. Somebody said look up school secretary.
The outfit.
Google.
Okay, yeah, we can spit the outfit out, but this man
spit. Here's the thing, and
I will always slurp that.
Maybe this goes to just their, they're entering the public eye in this very big forum where they have such great access that they didn't have before, and that makes it difficult to figure out how to navigate your own personal persona versus what the thing. This case being the thing being the Met Gala is calling for. And I feel like these last two guys could have worn the exact same thing to the MTV Movie Awards.
Yes.
And there would have been no more thought put into it. Like, again, underwhelmed. This is a great opportunity. Just because you have a sash off of your fucking hip does not make it fashion. And you can put that as a clip.
Amen. He said, I said what I said. I mean, I would wear this shirt. Absolutely. But not to the Met Gala. And that's what we're struggling with. Again, it's just like you have now access
to... Or maybe, I'm sorry to cut you off, or maybe we would wear that shirt to the Met Gala. But you?
Right. Amen. Amen.
That's why I had to give you some support, girl, because I knew exactly what you were saying.
Because we don't have access to every designer right now. Kerel, Dawon, and Jerell ain't got that. We might get there one day. But as of today, we ain't got it. Right. When you got it, and when you're not promised to get to another one, you play.
I could have made this on my
play.
Right.
Baby.
It's just underwhelming. And I know that he had a jacket on. He had a sports coat on top of that or whatever that he took off so he could show his arms. I don't give a goddamn about your fucking arms. This is the fashion show. Not
not the gun show.
Nose. Not the gun show. I wish it was the gong show.
Hey, some of them were clowns.
This is just it's a waste of our it's a waste of our time.
Yeah. All right, we got a few more here. What we think about, and this man is sexy as shit, Tyreek Withers. And folks kind of know him from the Him movie. He's just kind of like the new up and coming kind of like.
I feel like I have to go the same way we went with the last two. Like, well, not even last two, because the one tried. This is just a black trench coat with black pants and a sheer top.
Exactly. That's the sheer top I'd be with.
Girl,
again, like
I wore this outfit to dinner last Tuesday.
It's like I wore this to the queerties. And that's no tea, no shade to the queerties. I love the queerties. No, but it ain't the Met Gala.
Yes.
Yeah. It's a no. It's a no for me, dog.
This is a hard spit.
Yeah.
It's a hard
if I
spit,
have it in
like
my closet, it definitely wasn't meant for the Met Gala.
Yeah.
Baby. Exactly. Yeah. And here's another one that I'm like, the men this year kind of disappointed me. Especially like Idris is so handsome. Or Damson Idris is so handsome. This looked like he went to the MTV Music Awards in 1999.
You have that outfit, Kerel. I've seen you wear the boots and the pants.
Right. Exactly. Like,
no, you called it, Jerell. This looked like this outfit for Drew Hill. Like, this is Source Awards.
Girl, you better
1996.
What? I don't want this.
It's just, what is we doing? What I don't understand is that maybe there was a fight between these guys and their stylists. Like, they don't want to go that far or whatever. But it's just like, if you're going to show up.
Where's Billy Porter when you need him?
He wasn't invited.
I know, girl. I saw the interview.
I know. Yeah, right. He said it.
And he was heated.
But here's the thing. He's the one that took his moment. He was hot in the moment. Yeah. Said, I'm going to go all out because I have the access right now.
He did.
Yeah. He did.
And he hasn't been back. He don't have the access now. Or at least we perceive he might not have that access.
No, he ain't got the access.
He don't.
Let's call a spade a spade. If he did, he'd be there.
That. So it's just like when you have those moments and they're not guaranteed for anyone,
have to take
besides a Beyonce and a Rihanna. When you the hot up and coming thing, take that moment and get that access and be like, I want to go big because I might not get this moment again. Yeah. And I wanted to make it memorable. Swing for the fences. And so Damson is another one. It's just like, you're this hot up and coming actor.
Yeah.
Swing, and that ain't a swing we want.
He swung and he missed.
What we think about
this for
Bad
me,
Bunny?
It's not a slurp, but it's a high sip for me. This
Bad
is Bad
Bunny.
Oh. Yes. This is not, it's not a sip for me.
It's a sip for me.
I'm sorry, it's not a slurp. It's a high sip for me just because of the Will Ferrell-ness of it all. Like, because he low-key looks like a mix between Will Ferrell and not Uncle Sam, Colonel Sanders.
Not KFC. KFB. Right. Kentucky Fried Bunny.
Talk about taking a big swing. I don't know what is going on, but like, I love the creativity of this man. And even though I don't know, like when Lala had interviewed him, which shout out to Lala, who like leaned into her Spanish. And by the way, she looked incredible. Like Jessica Rabbit, like
had that little hair swoop too. I was like,
just
come on,
looked
Lala.
So good. But when she flipped into Spanish to ask him the question about how long did it take him to get into this look, and he said 53 years, I was just like, okay, you know what? I'm here for it. So this is a big sip for me.
Yeah, it's a sip because of the playfulness of it. The outfit again wasn't a big swing. I got this in the closet. I love the little big old pussy bow. Cool.
Yeah.
But you're lucky you put them prosthetics on, because if not, I would have been like, damn, I got to spit you out, Bad Bunny. I don't want to. I'll slurp you up any day, but you're lucky it turned to a sip. All right, and one of the, I guess, them, non-binary, but Sam Smith here.
Okay.
I'm going to give him a sip just because he played, but I don't like it.
I feel like... Okay, I'm gonna give it a sip because low key, he looks good, and I get the art reference directly. This is like a Hervé Leger, kind of like reference to those that like Art Deco designs of the 1920s and all that kind of stuff. And I don't know if this is for a specific art piece or whatever. It to me though, like this to me felt like. And as I look at all of the outfits that really kind of like hit, it felt more like RuPaul's Drag Race, where all the queens are coming back with their glow ups, than it did about like the Met Gala. So like I get the reference, and I say shout out to him for leaning into his own femininity. I think he looks fantastic. I love the outfit on him. And look, for a color of black that can sometimes feed into the background, this silhouette though ain't fading into the background. I do appreciate it. And the headdress, I love it because even though it's high, it ain't covering anybody's views who's sitting behind him. So I can appreciate that.
It's giving very Diana Ross.
I can see that.
I can see Diana Ross in this.
Yes, I can see that.
What you think of Jerell? Uh-oh.
Hated it.
Girl, it's a spit for me. He looks like a candelabra.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I would much rather turn on the lights than light a candle at this point. So yeah, I'm gonna spit it out.
You say you go flip them all on. where are these lights?
Turn these lights on. Turn the lights on. Blow out the candles, baby.
She said this is why I use Philips electric light.
Pay your
LED, baby. Last for 15 years. Keep them lights on.
Pay your bill.
I ain't paying. I'm not filling you up with no more goddamn gas. Gas too expensive.
I know that's right. What we think about Luke Evans and his Tom of Finland kind of esque play here? It's kind of been split.
First of all,
across the interwebs.
I've been to the Eagle in New York. I know this artwork. Girl, it's on the wall,
yeah, baby. It's on the wall.
And
it's off the walls too and on the floor.
It fits the theme. He's bringing artwork to life.
Not gonna lie. I mean, I know we get into the white zone, but as the Minority Report, but this is like a low slurp for me. I'm digging the subversiveness. I'm digging the sumptuousness of the leather. I love the color of it. I love the fact that it wasn't just like jet black. I love that, like it is doing what the latex on Doja was supposed to be doing, but it is doing it really, really well on him. I love the studded accents around on the jacket. I love how bell bottom the legs are. Like it.
I'd wear this.
I like this a lot.
Yeah. It's a slur. It's a sip for me, but it's a strong sip. Sip. And Luke Evans is a gay man, so I just like the play on, if I'm going to go to the Met, let me at least give the gayness of myself, because it's probably not going to be out there as much for everyone else out there. So I mean, we all know just in queer culture the strongness of Tom of Finland in that brand. So for him to bring it here, and I'd like that it's not in black. On that? Yeah,
I just want to piggyback on what you said, Jerell, because Kerel, what I so appreciate about this take on it is we see a lot of very feminine energy gayness on, as contrast to what we just saw.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
We see a lot of feminine energy gayness on the red carpet here. This is portraying the masculine energy. And I love that.
Yeah.
I love that the juxtaposition, because, like here you see something that is very like subversive and overtly sexual, and you get SDSM and all those kinds of like kink cultures in a very masculine presenting kind of way. And what I love about this is that it does show a little bit of the spectrum that is within the queer community. And that's kind of what we're all about on our podcast as well. So I really loved seeing that in there. And I bet he had a lot of fun. I bet this is an outfit. If he got to keep this outfit, he would be wearing this shit out tonight, going to fuck some boys.
Going to the
Eagle. Exactly.
And Luke Evans is right now in the Rocky Horror Picture Show right now, the revival of that. So I'm sure that's why he got his invite here. And we'll end with him for the men here. Let's go to
are those wings?
Sykes here. I think they were trying to be, but they were kind of like heavy. so I struggled with this. At least he tried a little more. So I'm gonna give him a soft sip.
Yeah.
But the wings of it all just didn't quite wing.
Yeah. This to me was somebody who's leaning into more their sexy energy than their feminine energy. I felt like this would have been much better presented if, and again, this is not a knock on the art representation, just what I'm seeing. I felt like this is a person who probably either fought with her stylist on how much of that feminine energy to bring into the look, and the look ended up suffering because it looked like the outfit looks like it's going in two different directions.
Yeah. Handsome guy, just the outfit, it's fine.
Yeah, it's a slight sit.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna end on 3 people. How do I want to do this order? 3 people. We'll go with Madonna. We got to reference Madonna here. Sip, spit, or slurp. We know she's in her comeback era right now for her new album, and we know the reference of the art that she went for this one as well.
I'm spitting it out.
Yeah,
I'm spitting it out. I want to sip it.
I wanted to sip it too.
And I like.
Is that a
the
boat
concept.
on her head?
It's a boat.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the referencing the art, the temptation of Saint Peter or something of that nature, whatever. But it's it's
pretty spot on.
It is pretty spot on to the artwork. But there was something very, you know how she looked in her Rain video and how she looked in her Frozen video.
Mm-hmm.
I would have loved to have seen more of that in this than what this is.
Yeah.
Because what this is some bullshit.
Here's the thing that I would have done for Madonna. Madonna is fucking art at this point in pop culture. If she's coming out with a new album, I would have referenced every art of myself and give it almost like this meta something. And let bitches know I'm fucking Madonna. Like it is what I am art. Like bitch, my name period is art. Yeah. And found some kind of play on that. Kind of almost like Sabrina Carpenter. She had like the film on, and the film was actually the movie Sabrina. So this kind of weird juxtaposition of being. That's what I would have really wanted from Madonna.
That's a really good idea.
Like, you're fucking Madonna.
Yeah.
Like, you are art, so just wear yourself. Like, the history of you could have been some cool way, and I don't know what it would look like, but that's what the stylists and the fashion people are for. Figure that shit out. And be like, damn, Madonna referencing Madonna. Like, that's kind of fire.
That would be a very Kanye kind of thing to do.
Right? It's like, make it meta. So anyway. All right, one more or 2 more. Let's go with, and I can never say her name right. It's like Isolde or something. She's like French. I thought she bodied it.
I love this.
Like I'm slurping it up. Like it was one of my favorites.
I want to see this Marvel movie. That's what I want to see.
Right,
baby. At this point, I don't need Storm to be cast. I want to see who this bitch is because she looked like she fucking people up.
The way this fits her body is
incredible.
Yes.
Incredible.
Yeah. I love that.
Who is this lady?
That whatever it is that fabric or metallic treatment is in the middle, and the way that she looks kind of like a Black Dahlia in a way, like a mix between a Venus flytrap black flower and some kind of a angry bumblebee. Like just, ooh, I love this.
Yeah, she's a French singer-songwriter.
That's a slurp for me.
It's a slurp for me. And then we'll end with this one. Even though this is a white lady, this is a person that I saw that was like, you played, you got the memo.
Oh, yeah.
You knew what to do. Fucking slurp. It was my favorite look of the whole fucking night.
Yep. Slurp.
Absolutely.
This was actually the first image that I saw of all the Met Gala looks, to be honest with you. Yeah. When I was, because, I was recording the live thing. I actually thought about going down there, but I was like, I got a bunch of shit to do. I was over here.
You'd be like, hey, Cardi!
I was over here I was doing a photo shoot with Amara over there. So we were doing our own little.
We got Met Gala at home.
We got Met Gala. But this is the first picture that super slurp. Yeah. She got the memo. She came out. She ate. She slayed. This is what it looks like. And forget about the art reference of the Scream and the the Impressionist art, whatever. Forget even that. On its own, This is a piece of art.
Yes.
Super Slurp.
And Mugler, like, seriously, if I saw this, I was like, nobody's gonna be able to top this. This is literally what we wanted. We wanted. So good job to her. I don't know who this lady is. Her name is Emma Chamberlain. Don't know this lady, but we will now. So, but anyway, community, that was the Met Gala. That was the Met Gala for this year. Not too many drive-bys. We kind of contained it a little bit, a few there, but
no, we had some hit and runs.
You know, right, a couple hit and runs. But yeah. So, anything else on the Met Gala here?
I think we said that's all we needed to say.
And actually, I will end it on this though. Like, we know there's a lot of folks that are like, why do people care about the Met Gala? Why was Jeff Bezos included? Why was he invited? I get it all. And a lot of people are like, why are you probably taking time of talking about the Met Gala when there's just maybe so many conflicting feelings about the event? And they're saying like Jeff Bezos could like donate and they wouldn't even need the fundraiser and things like that. I agree. There could be a multitude of things occurring at the same time in any kind of situation. And so, I mean, for me, it brings certain people joy to talk about the fashion and things like that, and to be invited to these things and get into these rooms, whatever it may be. I'm not going to fault them. Yes, it sucks that Jeff Bezos was invited and part of the co-chair. I get all of it, but I feel like we're all walking contradictions at all times. Yeah. And the same people saying, why are you going to the Met Gala are the same people buying Amazon. Like, I saw that package on your stoop today. So it's like,
we saw like, we saw people like Sarah Paulson who were, whose art was like about, eat the rich. And, like, we had, we're in a socialist, not socialist, but, capitalist, economy and all these kind of things. And then you have people like who didn't attend, like Taraji P. Henson, who's, been very overtly like, like, what is we doing? Like, what are we doing? But I will say that one of the values that events like the Met Gala does is that it is a source of inspiration for young people who may be watching this, or people that are, not just young, but people who are in the fashion world, to continue to be inspired, to be encouraged, to know that their work matters, no matter where they are, whether they're working for Gap or working in the Gap store. To know that the work that they're doing matters. I mean, I went and saw Devils Wears Prada with some friends the other day. Got a little story about that. I'll tell you on a different time. Yeah. But like, to see movies like that really bring to life the importance of fashion and how individual representation, especially which is an idea that is very so core to American values, in terms of how we differentiate ourselves from other people around the world. We are very individualistic. And how do we individualize ourselves? It's through personal expression. It's our makeup and it's our fashion. It's the way that we carry ourselves. So I see the value in covering these kind of stories, even though we may have some bad apples that are in the midst. I don't say that it would be prudent for us to not shed a little bit of light on this and to continue the conversation.
Yeah, for sure. And at minimum, it's jobs. There's a lot of crafts folks behind the scenes that you don't even see. Hairstylists, people that 5,600 hours that you said, literally getting paid to be doing this. They might not be getting paid enough. That's a whole nother conversation. I get it. We all ain't getting paid enough. So that's a whole nother conversation. Let's bring it all to light. I agree. Let's continue to fight for that. But at minimum, there's just a lot of folks in the arts that are able to get their visions and expressions out in a major way for nights like this, even when there's some conflicting and some gray in it all. So we don't want to take that lightly, but it is what it is. And it's the cool thing, I guess, still, at least for now in this country, is like we can have all those points of views out there at the same time, expressing your reasons of why you like it and don't like it, and everything in between. Yeah. So and then vote if you got problem with it and you think it's going to be taken away. That's why you need to register to vote and all that good stuff. So check us out on the podcast episode for all that, for further conversations and stuff like that. But until the next Met Gala, wash your hands, your legs, your ass, and we will see you then.
Love you. Bye.